It feels good. Feels good to be back. Dun, 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 dun.
What you know about going out there, all up in the headrest?
That was crazy, Cam. Welcome to Soft Launch, brand new setup for episode 23. Our Michael Jordan episode.
Yes, we got a new launch pad.
New launch pad.
Yes.
True fucking new beginnings, and it's fucking lit right now. This is our Michael Jordan episode because we're just a couple of goats, no Reggie Cush. You know what I'm saying? We're just fucking living life, feeling good.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be back with you guys.
Yeah.
We haven't missed the episode, but this is the first time we're recording in a while.
Yeah, because we recorded before you left to LA and before the competition stuff. That's like a week and a half ago. So I feel like it's been a while, but we're here with this new setup. We put our blood, sweat, and tears, and a couple of arguments,
and a couple of passive-aggressive comments directly into this pod. Goes without those, we couldn't get here.
Yeah, it couldn't be a couple of blisters.
Man? Yeah, a couple blisters. But you know what? I'm JC Mendoza, and aka fucking Sizzle third place.
I was gonna say can't screw in.
JC no screws. JC third place. JC Bronzy. Bronzy?
Yeah.
Jay Bronzy? Fucking Belly Room Jay? That's what they call me. You know what I'm saying?
And they call me Sammy can't make it past the second round.
Sammy no
Sammy
spots.
seconds.
Sammy sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
Sammy no spots.
Fuck off.
Too soon? We're just unhappy, but we're happy to be here.
Yeah, super happy to be here with you guys.
It's just, I feel
nice
like
to pull ourselves out of bed out of a depression.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a long couple weeks.
It's been a long road.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
I feel like I want to be messy. I want to say names, so it might be a bleep heavy episode.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna get into it. And the one thing about me might actually just be 10. Just might be 10 things about me.
This episode's gonna be just a huge one thing about we.
Yeah, one thing about me, and then we'll start it right now. And this is just the part where I'm gonna put the graphic in. Let's get into our first segment.
One thing about we.
The graphic looks so good because I'm editing and it's wonderful. But one thing about me is that I'm not cut out for this business. I don't have what it takes. I don't think. I'm not sure. I'm just unsure.
Yeah. One thing about me is I like a third placer.
Yeah.
I don't shoot for the stars.
No, you shoot for the attainables. You're realistic. Oh man, but yeah, last episode I believe we were heading into the second round of the New York Comedy Club competition, and that show was that night, and it was a great show.
It was a great show. It was a fantastic show. I had an amazing set.
You cooked it up there.
I had one of the best of the night.
One of the best of the night, and I had to follow you. And it was you did so well that it was just a fun wave that I got to ride.
Yeah. I'm glad you thought I did well because apparently nobody else did.
Yeah, nobody in that packed out New York Comedy Club audience respected you.
Yeah.
Or thought, everybody in there just saw you on stage. Oh, look at this woman outside of the kitchen.
Look at her. Look what she's doing. Look at this little passion thing.
Look at her little.
Look at her. Oh, thinking she's gonna make it.
She did her hair so nice for the stage stuff, and then we had to have. Unfortunately, Samantha didn't progress past the second round, but it was for no fault of your own. It's not like you could have done anything differently.
I could have had a dick.
You could have had a dick.
I could have had a dick.
Believe you me, I would have loved that. That would have just been great for me as well.
We'd be in a better place.
What are your honest emotions? How did you feel when?
I mean, I think how I was really pissed off. Yeah. I was super happy for JC, and it was very funny because he got through, and he didn't look happy.
No.
The pictures that they took of him, he's a straight faced guy, straight faced kid.
Yeah.
And I was super happy for you, but I was pissed. And it would have been one thing if I had a bad set, but I had an amazing set. Mm-hmm. And as I was on stage, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I got this.
It's in the bag. Like I was fully, like one thing about us is we were in the green room and there was a bunch of comics that didn't feel like they did well. And then the guy was like, okay, we're about to like announce, and we were all going to go into the room. And then they were like, nah, I'm not going to go in. I was like, I'm going in.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I wanted to make a pathway to the stage. You know what I mean? I was like, let me make sure I'm standing where I can get to the stage.
And what you ended up doing is just picking a spot to just be embarrassed.
Yeah.
And it's just tough.
It was rough.
It was not fun to see. Once the and it was a wonky competition.
Yeah.
It was a wonky competition. It was crowd vote, but what I learned,
or was it?
What I learned,
or was it?
I think it was.
I don't think it was.
But I think crowds are dumb fucks, and I don't think there's some audience members. Not of our shows. Our shows, like the shows that we sell and promote, those crowds are great. But any other comedy club, generally, I think it's full of idiots on any given day.
No. I think the crowd was part of it, but I think, you know.
You think it was the powers that be that stopped you from going through?
Because I remember one of the comics was like, it's funny because who's going to win is already chosen.
Oh, yeah. Well, we knew that.
So I just think it just was what it was. I just think.
Yeah. And I just want y'all to know, progressing past that second round, while I was like, I wanted to win the competition, but seeing that finals flyer was just, I was, not because the quality of comedy was bad. It was just like a lineup from the fucking 1990s.
It wasn't
all
a single,
men, and nobody, if ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this to you now. If I'm ever the blackest person on your lineup, there's something wrong with the lineup. And that was the case. I was the blackest person on the lineup, and that's not good.
Yeah, they went through your Instagram and saw that you said that you were half black, and one of your things were like, perfect. Great.
We're cut. Yeah. He's black and he's a lesbian.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this guy's gotta have a puss.
Yeah, and he's a bitch. So we'll just throw him up first. Yeah. You know, let him do his little song and dance, tap dance for us, and then we'll judge the real comics. Yeah. That's honestly how it felt a little bit.
It definitely wasn't that.
That's how it felt in that finals round for me, like now looking back at it. Because, you know, I obviously didn't win. I came in third place. Yeah. And I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, no, he wasn't happy at all.
It's just, you know, one day you wake up and you think you're talented, and then the next day you wake up and you realize that you're not. Fuck! And it's just one thing.
Just pissed off that I wasn't born a fucking. Shout out to.
Oh my God. I think I'm going to have to cut all of that out. I think none of that can stay. That was pretty rough, babes.
Was it?
I think it's honest. But at what cost?
I thought we were being messy. I was just, you know what I mean? Yeah. I was following the assignment.
That might be the first hard cut in Soft Launch history.
No,
I don't think I can
keep that in. You could just blur some parts out. I want them to know. I want her to know it was me.
No, it's not like anybody. It's not like the only people that watch this podcast are definitely like not. I don't think anybody. Some people in comedy, but not. Yeah. Nobody that doesn't already know what we're talking about.
Yeah, and if it gets out, I'm coming for you, Talent, because I know you watch. I think it had to be you.
Yeah, Talent Harris. Apparently, and one thing about Talent, got a bone to pick with him.
Oh God.
Because apparently you're an ugly bitch.
Talent is my thoughts.
Yeah. Talent is your intrusive thoughts. Nah, shout out Talent Harris. That is literally one of my favorite comedians. And also, even though we're being super negative right now, shout out Talent and shout out Maha. And shout out Mama Maha and Papa Maha for coming through. The best.
They came out to our show, which we'll get to.
Yeah, we'll get to.
But shout out to you guys. Amazing.
Hell yeah. First, but we just wanted to get that. We were both very frustrated with the results of the New York Comedy Club competition. I went first on that competition show.
On the last show. And I feel like that was a setup. I feel like they did it on purpose.
They didn't set me up for success.
No.
Somebody had to go first, though.
Well, who they really didn't set up for success is our second round show, Chris Stefano, opened, and then the competition started after him. So one of our friends had to go up after Chris Stefano, just ripped 20 minutes. Yeah. And it's fine if it's a regular lineup, but it's a competition, and it's for the audience to see Chris Stefano just rip 20 minutes, and then you have to follow and just do 5 minutes and try to get them to win them back. Yeah. That was so
tough.
Shitty.
It was a tough draw for the kid, and I like that kid. But honestly, I put me in that spot, and I really feel like, not that I could have crushed, but I would have felt like, all right, I'm coming out swinging. Because, obviously for a competition, it's annoying, but there's still a part of me that's like, oh, I'm following Chris. Let's.
Yeah, but not in 5 minutes.
Not that I will win, but let's play. Yeah. Let's play a game, because you're being loose and you're fun and you're a star. But I'm going to come out my hardest fucking shit, and I'm going to run it by 1 minute, and I'm going to really see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
you couldn't even follow.
No. Hey, if we're being honest. Let's be honest. Because, she didn't do well. She didn't have a good set. Not because she's not funny, but she didn't have a good set. So she really didn't set me. I would have rather followed Chris.
I do want to say
she's very funny.
She's very funny. I enjoyed her set.
Yeah, a lot of us did. But the crowd didn't.
The crowd didn't really fuck with her.
She wasn't trying to have a she wasn't trying to open the show.
Yeah.
She was trying to do her thing.
Well, that's just not her energy.
And I get it. But like that was worse. I would have rather followed Chris after ripping. Mm-hmm. That's easier to do. Because what I ended up doing is I ended up, and I will say this egolessly, I ended up breaking that show the fuck open.
You did.
And you know what? Let's be real. The comics in the comedian section, fuck every single one of them. All right? I don't remember that guy's name. He's a nice guy. Fuck him. He was a prick. He was only laughing for jokes and nobody else.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh my.
Fuck you. Hilarious guy. So funny and a really nice guy. But what the fuck was that?
That's why I feel like it was set up because it was so.
What the fuck was that?
So to explain what JC's talking about is JC went on stage, ripped it, and then this comic went up, who also, you know,
very funny.
He is funny.
Very
and
funny dude.
It felt very set up because like everything he said, there was a dude behind us, some white dude behind us who was like, ha ha ha, like when the crowd wasn't even laughing, and then there was is it?
Bro.
Stood up, was like, wow, clapping when
giving
the audience
standing ovations
when the audience wasn't even wasn't even like buying into it. It just was super strange, and I was like, oh, this feels set up.
Bro, I was fucking furious.
He
was giving them standing goes. He was, that's fucking good.
Repeating punchlines.
He was ad-libbing his shit. He was like, it was a fucking rap battle,
crazy.
Bro.
It was like, crazy.
Y'all heard what he said? Nah, run that shit back. They didn't get it.
You said your hair's from Ohio, my man.
Bro,
it wasn't even like.
I could not believe what the fuck I was watching, bro.
It was crazy.
I was so mad. Because honestly, after my set, and this was probably why I lost, even though it was after I thought I did so well that I left the club, walked outside, and like had a moment like, oh, I'm the fucking man.
Yeah. No, and you deserve to feel that way because it was a really great set. And then I wanted to watch.
Yeah, so you can be more
I wanted to like watch have his set, and so that I can just, you know, like kind of gauge where this competition was going. But JC ended up telling me, come outside. I'm like, I want to watch this.
No, you should have stayed. I'm sorry.
And then I went outside with you, but it was a great, like, we came in, and I mean, there were lulls and stuff, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I thought you were still going to win.
Me too.
Because some people, you know, shout out to, and everything I said is, Adam is great.
No, Adam is great. And to be fair, you and I were talking before.
Way before. I have a video of us saying
it. We picked Adam Gilbert to win the whole thing. Just
thought he was going to win.
He is hilarious, and he's also like, you know, it's fucking crazy to watch him.
Yeah.
You know, because this is not why he's funny. He's not funny because he's small.
Yeah.
But he is small, and he's very funny about it. Even when he's not doing jokes about it, he's just a fun time.
That's like, yeah.
It's like, you know, it's like and this is not a knock on their comedy, but like when you see somebody with an accent do comedy in a competition format, it's just very funny.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit different, you know, and it's like an experience you're watching, and you become more likable. And that's not why he's a better comedian or why he had a better set, but it's
in a competition-based thing. Yeah,
it's definitely a better.
It's definitely difficult, but he didn't even have his best set that night.
No. He ripped the first night.
The first night he fucking ripped.
He went nuts.
But like, you know, it was an okay set. And then he
did 13 minutes. Just gonna say what it was.
It was.
I guess nobody gets rewarded for being professional.
Yeah, and then
if you went back to my time, 10 on the dot, cuz.
Yeah.
10 on the fucking dot.
On the show that I didn't get past, I thought like I was like, oh fuck, I went over like a minute, and I was really like nervous about that. But
maybe
then,
it cost you, but yeah, Adam went over like 3.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's whatever, man. I'm just bitter. Obviously, the comics above me are funny in their own right. I have an ego, so of course I'm going to say that I think I'm the best in any room that I'm in, even when I know I'm not. Yeah. I have to, you know, I feel like that's a part of the edge that I need. But shit, man, that fucking thing.
Then my favorite thing is like JC, you gotta stop burping.
I'm just having a good time.
Yeah, JC's like usually will talk shit like on the pod or like to me.
Yeah.
But he was so upset that we were like in Remedy Diner and Cab and Paul came and you were just like, fuck.
Yo, is the band. And one thing about
he's I'm a great guy.
In this weekend, he's beating me there too. So he's just my pops.
Just better than you.
Just my father. Just call me fucking JC. JC. That's my new name. He's just better than me. He's just my father.
But yeah.
Fuck.
But it was really bad, and JC ended up like changing his flight to do the competition.
Yeah, because I was going to LA and I changed my flight because I fucking made the finals and I couldn't drop it, and I fucking stayed for that.
Yeah.
I stayed to get fucking aggressively humbled.
Yeah.
Because if I would have just left, I would have been like, oh, if I would have stayed, I would have won. And that would have probably been better for me than staying and coming in 3rd place. I was embarrassed they called me up on the stage.
Don't be crazy.
I was.
I was happy that you placed because you deserved it. You deserved to be highlighted.
Yeah, well, it's cool.
But it's fine. Actually, since the competition, though, I have they've been that club has been showing me a lot of love.
New York's been showing us a little bit of love.
So it is what it is. But it's just a little salty.
Not mad at the club. I just want them to give me the emails of people that bought tickets so I can go down and be like, why did you do this to me? Why? What was the reason? Yeah. I'm just a third place comedian. That's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
And it's just we're gonna have to get comfortable with.
Yeah.
And as long as you're okay with it, is that okay with you?
We'll see.
Well, I don't care because I can beat you up physically, and that's just what it is.
I mean, at least you made it to that round. I didn't even know. Did you not feel?
Dog, I felt.
Did you not feel disgusted that I couldn't even place?
No, because that was ridiculous, and that honestly. We've been honest. Let's just be honest. Julio Diaz not making it crazy. It's a farce.
Yeah.
The competition's a farce. Julio Diaz is he's probably gonna go on to win New York's Funniest. So him not winning past the second round
is crazy.
In a 5 against, he's the most credited comic in the competition. Outside of only maybe Vanessa Jackson, who also didn't make it past the first round.
I know.
So it was just nonsense. It was nonsense, not because of the club, but it was ridiculous. And then the finals, the lineup looked ridiculous. It just there was no credibility.
But with that being said, we love you and
book us. And we're not a knock on you guys. It was just the crowd. All those people they had anti JC and Samantha agendas. They were not softies. They were not from the launch pad. They just weren't team players.
They didn't know better.
It's just what it is.
It was very frustrating, and it was also, I think that is the hardest part about dating somebody in comedy is those kind of things. I was super happy for you, but I also wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, but honestly, it wasn't even fun to be happy. Not because of you. It's this line. I wanted to, going into the competition, I was I'm going against Vanessa and Julio. I'm going against you too, but and Adam Gilbert, obviously, people that I know that I fuck with, and a lot of other comics that were funny. But I want to go through the best motherfuckers, and I feel like I didn't even have a chance to do that.
Yeah.
Genuinely. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go one-on-one with Julio Diaz. Even if I lost, I wanted to go. I wanted to put my best shit up against his best shit and watch how a crowd decides what's better and try to make that gap up in my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted. And I feel like I didn't even get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not a knock to any of the comics that I perform with, but I don't even think that's crazy to say that Julio was the best one on that.
I think everybody there knew.
Vanessa and Julio, both of them. And it's that's not even. That's
the only thing that got me through the night. Was you know what? I didn't make it through to this next round, but neither did Julio.
Neither did the best people in the competition. Yeah. And one thing, when you got eliminated, I was like, yo, is it worse to be here than to not be here? You know what I'm saying? Because when that flyer came out, man, even there was comics in the flyer in the comments oh, let's go. Okay, men.
Yeah.
And it was it wasn't embarrassing because I want to compete, but it was people are going to know that this was a little wonky.
It looked a little crazy.
Yeah, it was a little nuts.
But it is what it is. But it is what it is. It was fun while it lasted. And also we don't even know if we won it, if there's anything to win.
I don't know. We gotta ask Adam to see how his life
to see what goes on, because it's really funny. We were all in agreement with all the comics and everyone's like, hey, what do we win if we get through? And everyone's like, your guess is as good as mine. It's just something fun, I guess, a bragging right, something to put on
something
just to put on your comedy resume,
something to put in the note.
Yeah,
for me, here lies the third place comedian. When I die, just bury me with toupee. You know what I'm saying? Bury me with his haircut. That's just what it is. It's just what it is. So that was that. The New York Comedy Club competition humbled us both greatly.
Yeah,
and brought us even closer to rock bottom. And then after that, how was your weekend after that? What did you do?
Oh, when you were in LA?
Yeah, when I was in LA.
Nothing crazy. I just had a mental breakdown.
Did you really?
I did. I was mad at you. When you were in LA?
What did I do?
We had a huge fight.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just feeling my feelings a bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't a huge fight, but it was a fight.
It was a thing for sure.
It was a thing for sure. I was just in not feeling my best.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. It was a crazy rush of emotions because I had a day while you were gone that was my busiest comedy day ever, which was a lot of fun. And then it was also usually if I have multiple spots, one is bound to be awful, and all of them were just heaters.
You did 4.
I did 4, but I was booked for 5.
You were booked for 6.
I was booked for 6, but I didn't know I was booked for 6.
Yeah.
But I had 5 on the books.
Yeah.
And one of them didn't happen because it was midnight on a Halloween weekend, so that didn't end up happening. But I had a great time. And, also just was dealing with the fact that I, am not getting booked at the stand. They just are not booking me. And, which apparently is par for the course. It's like happens to people. But, when it's happening to you, it feels a little different.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
And I just, was struggling a bit.
Yeah.
And then one thing about me is I am an awful if I'm in my own. If I have nothing to distract me.
Left to your devices.
Yeah, if I have nothing to distract me from my crazy thoughts.
Yeah.
I just have a bad day.
Yeah, you had a rough
And
one.
I had a bad day.
I
was like, I know that I'm not in a mentally strong place when I'm up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Like not going to sleep until 5 a.m. And that was just up.
Yeah,
just up doing. It's bad for me when I'm up on the couch. No TV on. There's nothing. It's just me sitting on the couch.
Yeah, just
thinking.
Yeah, that's all. That's never good. Who told you to think?
Yeah, not great for me. And then JC was
not great for me either.
He's not having his best life, which I was fine with.
Trying to.
That wasn't my issue.
No, I know that.
But I was like, being vocal to JC about how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that how hard that was on you.
Yeah. A little bit, and I'm glad to hear you speaking about it this way now.
Yeah,
because it's
that's fine that you just want to make everything about you.
No, but it's
just got to make everything about you.
It's not easy to see
the fucking queen of the relationship.
Oh, brother, you're ridiculous. It's not easy to see to watch you kind of beat yourself up a little bit.
Yeah,
that's not easy.
So anyway, we had a thing.
Yeah.
Because I thought that he said that I was annoying.
Yeah. When that's not actually what was said.
He didn't deny it.
Because you asked it 40 times, which, if I'm honest, is annoying, okay? When you're like, am I annoying you? I feel like I'm annoying you. Oh, I don't want to annoy you. I tell you, but I don't want to annoy you. Am I annoying you? I feel like I'm annoying you. Do you feel annoyed by me? Am I annoying? Is this annoying? I feel like I'm being annoying. No, baby, no. And then on the 39th one, I'm like, don't worry about it. That's like that's the verbiage. Like, I feel like you're annoyed by, babe, don't worry about it.
Yeah. We weren't going to get into it right now, but that's not how that went.
That is how it went.
That's not how it went.
That's how it went.
I asked you twice and I was annoying, and both times you said, don't worry about it.
Don't worry. Why are you worried about how you're coming up?
And then he was like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And I'm like,
I'm
motherfucker, I was asking you for you to be like, no, you're not annoying. Like, whatever you need. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm annoying. It's okay. I didn't know. That was a test.
Yeah, why are you testing me?
Testing your face.
Why are you testing me in your time of need? I'm trying to be there for you, and you're just worried.
No, because one thing about me, I'm going to make myself feel worse.
Yes, you will. You definitely will. Yes, that is it. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you signed on for this, so deal with it.
You're a fucking sick woman. No, that's funny. You do. Sometimes you can put yourself in a place to get a little bit more upset than you already are.
Shut up.
And you start nitpicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're just looking at me like, how this motherfucker's bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He stinks.
Yeah, but then what was good about it is we got, like, I was pissed.
Yeah.
I went to sleep. I cried myself to sleep.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then I was like, I was going to send you a text. And she was like, you're meeting your friends. I'm not going to be that person. So I, like, waited till the morning to send you how I felt.
I just woke up to it.
Yeah, just start your day off shitty.
No, that was now it's funny. You're not a sick person, but the difference between Samantha and I is when Samantha is feeling a negative emotion, right? She likes to sit in it and triple down into it.
Yeah.
Because you believe that you can't move on to the positive unless you truly feel the negative.
Yes, but that's a newer thing for me because I used to never feel anything.
Right,
so if something bad happened to me, I'd be like, all right, it's fine. And then like move on. And then I... Like, a couple years ago when I was in my huge depression, it was like everything that had ever happened in my life. Yeah. I was like, wow, I haven't processed anything. So it felt super heavy. So I'm like, I need to feel when things are happening and not just be like, it's fine. I'm okay. I have things to be happy for. Because I do feel like we live in a place now where people are like, anytime something's going bad, like, but things are going good. And it's like, that's... Both can be true. You can feel negative when things are positive. Right. And so, like, I used to feel guilty. Like, how dare I feel bad when there's, like, people who have it worse. Or, like, all these other things are going great. So I like to feel my feelings.
And you also another new thing for you is expressing how you feel when things are bad.
And I didn't do that before.
Because one thing about you got cheated on by your fiance and didn't tell anybody for a couple years.
Yeah, five, 6 years.
Yeah, he cheated on you and you just let people think that it was your fault.
It was my fault.
For years, which is insane.
Yeah.
So now you're trying to course correct, and maybe it could be, scholarly debate, scholastically debated.
Well, you're not a scholar, can't say it.
Yeah, I'm one thing about you, you're rubbing off on me because you can't read so good, and now neither can I. But no, it could be scholarly debated that now you dive deep into the other direction. And you share a lot.
I'm about to dive in
to your bag, and one thing about you, you're gonna bring me with you. Yeah, you're gonna bring me with you.
A little drunk. I had a fucking full blue moon. I'm wasted.
Yeah, and I think you were just in a place where your process for dealing with your emotions is a little bit different than mine. I feel like for me, mine's a little quicker. I'll feel it deep in a moment, and then I'll be like, I know I'm feeling sad, and I'm gonna be fine, and I'll end up making jokes. But for you, I felt like in that moment, it's like, oh, this is big and it's deep, and I'm gonna sit. Yeah. Where I see you dealing with that, and you're just like, everything's horrible. This is the worst, and I'm like, I'm worried about you a little bit because this is kind of you're being pretty. This is pretty heavy, cuz. Yeah, you're pretty heavy. So when I see you being that heavy, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lift you up a little bit.
I'm intense.
Yeah, I'm trying to lift you up a little bit. And one thing about you, if you're not ready to be lifted up,
I'm gonna fucking.
You're trying to swap me. I'm trying to bring you up from the ocean, and you're trying to hit my hand so you can stay in the abyss.
Drown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to breathe.
No, and you didn't. You not only do you want to drown, it's like, why don't you want to drown with me?
So you're gonna be drown by myself? Okay.
Am I annoying that you can't breathe?
I thought this was love, but I guess it isn't.
That's so funny.
You're not gonna. Romeo would never do that to Juliet.
Okay. So Jack from Titanic is the only one that can die. You wouldn't die for me? You don't want to die right now? So when I see you struggling, I want to lift you up, but you don't want that at that moment. You're like, and that's when, for me, it gets like, yo, why are you fighting me on the good stuff? Because you're not ready not ready to accept them, but you're like, yo, I'm just in this place where I have to sit with the bad before I can touch the good. And I was trying to force the good on you before you were done with the bad.
Yeah.
But it is scary for me to see you sit with the bad because you're kind of intense there. You're too hard on yourself there. Yeah. That's just what it is. Yeah, so, outside of that, I was having a great time in LA. I thought.
Yeah, you had a fantastic time.
I went to a movie premiere, and, I enjoyed everything to its fullest, but, of course I felt terrible that I couldn't be there for you. It was our first, moment that I feel like in our relationship where I genuinely could not, be there for you in the way that I wanted. I was just, on the other side of the country. And we still talked a lot, No,
it wasn't about you not talking to me. You were definitely supportive the whole time.
It's not about you talking. It's just what you were saying I didn't like.
Yeah, what you were saying was some bullshit.
You're a tough cookie, cuz.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, you're a tough cookie.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to deal with it. Yeah, I'm glad to see you take a little bit of ownership of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Delete this episode. I don't want any record of it.
Yeah, too late. Everybody's gonna know that. I'm doing my best. But then I went to LA, man. Shout out to one of my best friends, Armani Ortiz. He premiered his documentary, Maxine's Baby, which he directed, edited, produced, and helped write, which is
amazing,
fucking crazy.
Wild.
He premiered it at the AFI American Film Institute Festival at the Chinese Theater. You know the Chinese Theater?
Of course.
With everybody's handprints in front.
I've been there.
We went there. He did a red carpet. I met Oprah. And when I say met Oprah, I didn't know she was there and saw it in the Instagram post later that we were at the same event. So I'm just telling everybody that I met Oprah.
I was like, you didn't even tell me you met Oprah.
Because I didn't. I just lied and then told the truth immediately after. Me and Oprah were at the same premiere. We got to see Jay walk down the red carpet with his family, which was fucking beautiful. Nuts. People were jumping out to take pictures with him.
Crazy.
He got to do a whole, and it was crazy watching for me because he's on stage in a theater and it's a massive theater.
Wild.
The seating going up. I'm like, oh, they're not even I want to tell jokes here.
Yeah.
But that's how many people were tuned in.
And you could never because you're just a third place comic.
Yeah, no, never. And I never will. Unless I open up for Ted Burton. And until then, that was the closest I felt to oh man, this is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And it was just super dope to see so many people receive my man's work like that.
Yeah.
Because I had seen the first 30 minutes of the documentary and then I got to watch other people watch it. It's like when I put a movie on that you haven't seen and I've seen, I'm just watching you watch it.
Watching the reaction.
The crowd take in this fucking beautiful story that my best friend is telling. It was just so surreal.
Super cool. I can't even imagine.
God. And for me, it felt cool because we're in the industry. You know, like not deep in, but like we're people and we do show business to a degree. And it was nice to be there in a non-show business capacity.
Yeah,
it was nice
just like a supporter.
It was nice to turn my brain off and just be part of the entourage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have maybe networked a little bit better, but I didn't feel the need to. I could just be there in full support capacity, and it was just beautiful and amazing to see my friend do something.
I can't. Yeah, that's got to be the coolest thing, because also something that you always talk about with Armani is like he's always had the vision.
Always.
And so it must be super cool for you guys to like have always heard him talk about it and like all that, and then now you see it come to fruition. It's got to be like amazing.
For us, it wasn't even like, oh, this is crazy to see. It's just like, oh, it's everybody's finally catching up to where we've been. Yeah. And it's like, oh, everybody, yo, this kid is fucking good. Like, yo, we've been telling you guys. Yeah. You know, so that was a really nice moment for me. I know he doesn't need it because he's been the fucking man his whole life. Yeah. But, you know, it was nice for us to see, because sometimes for, like, even for you and I, when we're on our moments, like, I remember, like, having a great set in front of him at the Laughing Skull Lounge in Atlanta. And when I got off stage, I wasn't even hyped. And he was like, yo, you've come so far. I'm like, no, I do this. You're just seeing it now. Yeah, Not because he didn't believe in me, but like you don't you don't sit with my mind and my brain every day. You know what I'm saying? I know what I get up there and do. And like you're seeing it for the first time in this capacity. And it's like, I know it already. And for him, it was exciting because, like, oh, he's seeing it and he's seeing everybody see it. Where I'm like, I knew this already. So it's the same thing. He knows this, but for me as the person in his corner, it's fucking dope for me to watch everybody see it.
Exactly.
So that was super fucking cool. We had a great weekend with that. Film Fate weekend was amazing. Shout out to Grayson, his agent. Shout out to Danny, his manager. It was super fucking cool. And then I got to do some shows in LA.
Yes.
My first ever shows in Cali were a fucking movie. I got to do a Don't Tell.
Shout out to Cab Washington.
Shout out to Cab Washington, bro. Help me get on the Don't Tell last minute too, because
we'll have Cab on here one day.
One day when we respect him.
Yeah.
But until then,
it'll be a couple years.
It's just gonna be a couple of us. Cab's got to get a credit before he comes on this show, and that's just what it is. But I got to do a Don't Tell. It's my first Don't Tell anywhere. Yeah. Fucking blast. Yeah. I had like 20 people pull up. All my people, all of Armani's people, like they all pulled up. Gabe and B-Rod got drunk as shit and were heckling everybody. No. Did I tell you that?
You didn't.
Yeah, so
they were my parents.
Mike Fowles, yes. I didn't give a shit though. I'm like, I had a good set. I'm just gonna let the comics deal with it. I don't care. I'm not from here. I brought 20 people to your show and they're gonna do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all should have put me at the end. Y'all fucked up, really. But it's whatever. So like Gabe is just drunk. Yeah. And Mike Falzone put a clip up. Shout out to Mike Falzone. He put a clip up of like shutting Gabe down. Yeah. Because Gabe was like heckling and he was like, you like that? You like the beginning of the joke? Gabe was like, yeah. He's like, well, wait till you hear the fucking end. And it was so funny. Like, Mike Falzone really fucking...
Shout out to Mike Falzone.
Not shitted on him, but like, it was like, oh, he showed the levels, man.
No, he showed I do this.
He showed us. He's like, oh, I'm not... Like, you guys can't shake me. And it's funny because Mike is like... He's not a nerdy white dude, but he's a very calm-looking white dude. And you don't expect him to be able to thrive in chaos the way he does.
No, he's a professional.
He's a professional, and his crowd work show is amazing, but it was really fun, even for my friends, because it's like, they saw me... The first guy, Opie, had a great set. I had a great set. The girl after me was very funny. Can't remember her name, but like, you know, Gabe and them got on top of her. Yeah. And she couldn't deal with it as well.
It must have been hard for her to have Jason Derulo come at her so hard.
Yeah, and it's just what it is. Shout out to Jason Derulo. Shout out to Gabe, my fucking brother, who we split a B&B with. Gabe is my fucking man. Don't let nobody tell you different. That's two for two episode for Gabe. Yeah. Gabe is just out of here. Two out of two. He's on a roll. Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to Gabe. But you know, he ate that female comedian up. Then the guy who worked at the gym, he went up. He was trash, but you know, he was following his dream. And then Mike got up and showed levels. And he was like, yo, like, y'all are having a good time and y'all are winning this show. Like, the crowd is the biggest part of this show now. And then Mike kind of came and handled it without being mean, but being funny and like really rocking, commanding the room. Yeah. And like, you know,
nothing better I love to see than someone like command a room.
Oh, and then
I'm drunk.
You whip him into and he whipped him into that's crazy. You can't say that. What? He got him in whip him.
Whip him into shape.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Well,
That's
you don't
crazy.
mean it like that.
But he fucking got him and then like made them respect him, which was super
just ended
cool
Mike Falzone's career.
I know, right? Nah, shout out to Mike Falzone.
Mike Falzone whipped my black friend.
He whipped me in shape now. Nah, never that. He was great. My friends were.
Shout out to Mike Falzone though, because he gives us opportunities. Dog, and things like that,
another opportunity that he gave me immediately after that, he was like, "Yo, I'm about to go host at the store. Somebody dropped, come do a spot." And I've been trying to get up at the store the whole weekend, and a couple things fell through, and I got to do the best. It was the belly room, which is the upstairs room, small room, but I got to do it. Yeah, and that was like my big thing when I went out there. So that made it a 10 out of 10.
I know.
For me
I was
already.
It was super hard for me to have you do those things. and me not be there. I was like, oh, I want to see you perform like at Don't Tell, because we talk about Don't Tell all the time.
Yeah.
And we talk about like the store. I was gonna say the shop, but could never.
Yeah.
The store. Yeah. And I'm like, when you were there, I'm like, I want to get on a plane. I want to see you be there.
It was tough, but next time we'll go together and it'll be a blast. But
yeah.
I had a great weekend of friendship, of support, and like it was a great comedy weekend too. Yeah. I did 2 great shows. I also got to see fucking Jake Velasquez. Shout out to Jake Velasquez. That's right. That's my fucking mans now.
Yeah.
That's my bestie. Fucking mans. And for me, it was a full circle moment because make no mistake, when he got into the New York's Funniest, I was jealous. Like, why are you only picking that at Puerto Rico? What about this one?
I love that. I think you might have said it on the last episode.
Oh yeah, I was jealous, but now Jake and I have had a moment. I fucking love Jake. He's a great guy. I fucking love Jake. He was out there crushing it too.
I think my favorite thing about the weekend is like we were on the phone like catching up after
a fight.
Yeah. And he's like, me and Gabe were in the hotel, and like, yeah, it's cool because Gabe got just like a bunch of Hot Pockets, and that's what we've been eating this weekend. I'm like, what?
Yo.
And then this is right after JC's like, yo, my stomach's been killing me out here. I've been feeling like shit. And then like doesn't even make the connection. And then a couple minutes later, he's like, yeah, we just been eating Hot Pockets. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It wasn't even that. It was like, I was like, yo, I've been feeling awful ever since I touched down in LA. I just haven't felt it.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, what have you been eating? And I was like, oh, me and Gabe been torching Hot Pockets, cuz like 4 a night. Yeah. Come back drunk, hammer a Hot Pocket.
Yeah, then I was like, Hot Pockets, what? And you're like, but those are bad for you? I'm like, what? Of course, those are terrible for you.
Yeah.
It's just so funny because I'm like, men and women are so different. When me and my friends like go somewhere, we get a B&B, we like have a menu. Like before we go, we're like, okay, this day for lunch we'll have this. We'll do like, sandwiches, and then for dinner we'll do like a stew or something like we can like put in a crock pot and then like come back and eat it.
We had a menu
We have a literal menu of what we're gonna eat.
We had a menu too. It was just a bottle menu.
Yeah, you were like Hot Pockets,
Maker's Mark,
ham and cheese Hot Pockets, cheese and pizza Hot Pockets. Crazy.
We got ham and cheese Hot Pockets, cheese pizza Hot Pockets. We got a bottle of Casamigos, and we got some Maker's Mark and a little bit of what's the fucking Seltzer Topo Chico? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
I don't remember what it's called, and that's all we had in the fridge.
That's crazy.
And maybe a couple waters.
Barely.
And one thing about us, we were putting down water. We're like, we're being so healthy this week.
That it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like. And then you're like, what? It's just men. I'm like, yeah, but you're in your 30s. It's time to like level up a little bit. And then I said, do you have any fruit or anything in the house? He's like, no.
It's funny because like, there's a person I trust more with my nutritional diet than Gabe. So if Gabe is bringing in Hot Pockets, I'm like, oh, it's lit.
Yeah,
this is
Gabe works out all the time, so he can have a little hot pocket.
Yeah, he can Hot Pocket it up.
Yeah, he can have if he wants, he could have one.
I haven't been to the gym in over a year.
Yeah, and I'm just paying for it.
Yeah. But now my little belly, my little belly hits your clip when we fuck though.
Yeah, I like
it. Kind of like it's a little warm. Yeah, it's a little Hot Pocket on top of you, on top of your Hot Pocket.
What's it gonna be? I can't remember.
So, LA was a blast, man. I had a great time. Shout out to Gabe. Shout out to all my friends that I went with.
Shout out to Hot Pockets.
Shout out to Hot Pockets. If you're watching this, sponsor us, man. Hot Pockets will fuck it. I will eat a Hot Pocket live. I'll tear one of them things up.
I don't think anybody's asking for that.
What about 4? What if I eat 4 Hot Pockets and bite them all at the same time?
Yeah, or maybe don't. It'd be best if you didn't.
If anybody knows,
you're like, I just want to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm just looking for an excuse.
You're just gonna do it off camera just cause.
It doesn't even have to be Hot Pocket. Just anybody hit me up, tell me eat a Hot Pocket, I'll do it. one retweet, and I'll eat a Hot Pocket.
I'm dead. Okay, what else? What else happened? Then you came back from LA.
Got back to LA. Then we had Halloween. Bruh.
One of the best Halloweens I had
that night.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things about myself is like when I'm at a party or like if I'm doing karaoke, I'm always just like, I don't really like attention. Yeah. So like I'm just gonna play it in the background. Yeah. Like I don't want to dance. It's like too much.
Yeah.
And then you just give me just one margaritas.
Give me one margarita. I'ma open my legs. Give me one margarita. One thing about you, that margarita song, one margarita applies to all of the things that happen.
All of the things.
Yeah.
And then I was just on stage shaking my ass the whole night. But before that, we had a comedy show and Street Talk Comedy at the Stand before.
Shout out to Maximilian Manico.
Yes. which was great. I went Bullet, and it was a really fun show. They were like a weird crowd, but I had a great time.
Yeah, the crowd was fun. Me and Max got to bump mics up top, which is not the first time we've ever done it, but the first time we hosted a show that way.
Yeah.
And I had a blast.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So much fun.
Like, and then the thing is, like, I was like, the crowd was kind of quiet, but then like the whole night, people were like, "You were amazing, you were amazing," and I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
you guys were kind of quiet." I mean, they were like, they would laugh, but they would just immediately stop.
Yeah, they were excited for the party.
Yeah,
sure.
You could tell they were all there because it was like
we were at the party. They realized that they just saw a good show, so when they saw us out there, they're like, "Yo, y'all was so much fun." We didn't know they just had mad party energy.
Yeah. But really fun. So then after the party, after the show was the party upstairs, and it was open bar,
busy,
which didn't even need it because I think I only had 2 margaritas and I was lit.
Yeah,
I was so lit. And then
on a fucking Tuesday,
on a Tuesday, like I didn't have to work on Wednesday.
And you did.
Yeah, it was just a little rough.
A little background story on Halloween. Samantha and I went as Diddy and Mace from Mo Money, Mo Problems. Yes. We ordered our costumes from Amazon well in advance. Not that much in advance, but a decent amount in advance.
Like 2 weeks in advance.
2 weeks in advance. Samantha's costume came perfect. Mine came a couple days later, and mine got stolen.
It got stolen before we got downstairs.
And one thing about that situation, apparently, when something gets stolen, it is my fault. So it got stolen.
The reason why is that no. What we're not going to do is change the narrative.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, what we're going to do is that we know things get stolen in our building.
Nothing has ever been stolen.
It is a known fact because I've told you, and nothing's gotten stolen from you, but it's gotten stolen from our daughter. They stole her food. Yeah,
that's true.
So anytime something is delivered, I tell JC immediately because he works from home, and I'm like, hey, go downstairs and get a package.
Yeah.
So I told him to go get a package, but at like 2:00 in the afternoon, I came home from work at 6, and I was like, oh, no, I get out at 6. I got home at like 6:30. I'm like, oh, did you get the package? Like, oh no. We go downstairs and it's gone.
Yeah, it was gone.
So now it is your fault. Because now I told you 4 hours before and you just didn't pick it up and it got stolen. And the thing is that there was one of those deliveries where they take a picture of it.
Yeah.
So it was definitely delivered and they show it like where it's put and it just was gone. So someone in our building wanted to be Puffy or Mace. You know what I mean? Someone's obsessed with me.
Somebody, yeah. I just want it to be said, if it was you that it got stolen on your watch, you would have been like, oh, it's just such a stupid word. Why do people steal Amazon packages? It would just be upset about how things should be.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
Because you know why I wouldn't? Why? Because I would have went and gotten it when you told me to get it.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't get it when you told me to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it got stolen, and then it got stolen.
Then I ordered another one, and it was supposed to come here Saturday, the day before Halloween, and then they just changed it to November 6th.
Yeah, it's like, why would I need this?
Still wouldn't be here by those standards. It wouldn't be here right now, and Halloween was
it'd be tomorrow.
Week ago.
Yeah.
So they changed the day while I was in LA, so I had to cancel that. And then when I touched down back in, and when I was in LA, and Samantha was, at the,
I was already upset.
The rock bottom of her mood from the things going on in her life. She was like, you need to go to a Halloween store in Los Angeles and get this costume. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. What's the point? It's a city.
Yeah,
and there's spirit Halloweens everywhere. I'm just
on vacation, but it's just also LA, nice weather. It's a fucking shitty town to get around in.
Totally. But the thing was that you were supposed to extend your trip. So the thing was that you were going to come back on Halloween. And I was like, there's no way you're going to get this costume on Halloween. So figure it the fuck out. Yeah. I was so upset. Yeah. And then I was like, I found out. And then I was like, I'm taking a nap. I'm going to sleep. Whatever. And then like I texted you and I was like, you need to go to a Halloween store and pick up this fucking thing.
That was the first thing she said. Because, all morning it's been, I feel like crying. I feel horrible. Everything is shit. This is fucking garbage. My life is the worst. I feel like crying.
I didn't say all that.
And then like I'd be like, hey, what about this? K. Just the letter K. Like I'm orchestrating your poor run of luck. Just K. And then I'm gonna go sleep. I'm taking a nap. I can't do this. I'm like, okay, baby, love you. Okay. Then she wakes up. No. Then she wakes up.
That is a lie.
And not my nap was good. How's your day? You need to go get a costume out there. Okay. Okay.
First of all, now you being over. I mean, everyone knows you're over dramatic, but that's not how. I didn't write K to everything. I just was upset because you sent me the thing that said November 6th, and I was like, okay. You need to get this. You need to get this shit. Yeah. You need to get this shit in LA.
So I ended up going around. I had to hit maybe 6 stores Halloween day. 6 stores before I found the store that had a suit that wasn't even the same, but it was comparable.
But it was fine.
And just had to drop a smooth 90. Yeah. Smooth 90 beans on it, and K-Bum still had an attitude.
No, not on Halloween.
Yeah, you had a little hour hangover of the costume attitude.
On Halloween?
On Halloween day, I got a Halloween day. Or was it the day before? No, I'm pretty sure I got a Halloween day.
Yeah. I was in a great mood on Halloween, so I don't know what you're talking about. No,
at the part, but like when I got it, I was like, yeah, I got it, so can you change that fucking attitude?
You were being funny. I was in a great mood that day.
I was fighting for my life. If that's what a great mood is, I'd hate to see a bad one.
Well, you're going to see one after this pod if you don't change your attitude.
Yes, whatever.
Yes. But Halloween was really fun. We danced on stage all night.
Danced all night.
All night. We'll insert a video.
Yeah. We have video. Even a whole picture montage.
Yeah. Just
Samantha just throwing ass.
Yeah, just
throwing ass in sunglasses. Indoors.
Yeah. Great time, and then I had to be carried off of stage by JC to go home because it was like 2 a.m.
I was chilling, but I'm like, Samantha, you have work tomorrow.
He's like, we need
one more.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm having such a good time, and he's like, you're gonna hate yourself tomorrow, and I was like, no, and then literally, I was like, okay, after this song, but then a good song would come on, and I was like, I don't want to leave now, and then you literally like upstairs, it's your song, you just like put me over your shoulder, and you're like, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Then we went downstairs, we filmed our video.
Yep.
So we were wasted in that video, or I was. Were you drunk?
I was lit.
I don't remember getting home or anything.
I was pretty lit, but we did that.
I still showered when I got home. I still was like on it.
Then the next day...
oh my God, my alarm went off and I just moaned.
The next day was Wednesday, and we were getting the apartment painted on Thursday.
Yeah.
So Wednesday comes around, and JC had to go and buy 3 gallons of paint, right? JC
had to go buy 1.5 gallons.
Yeah. What Samantha didn't tell me is that...
I don't know that, but that's...
Well, neither did I! Neither did I. All right? So let's just call it what it is. We were both unprepared, but it was only one of our faults. Doesn't matter. We had to go get a bunch of paint. I bought about 3 gallons of paint from around 22nd.
No, I was super excited about that.
No, we got it. 3 gallons of paint from 22nd Street. It's very hard to lug. It's also
100%.
A little expensive.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to talk about a semi-gloss finish, or I don't even want to see an eggshell for the rest of my life. It's a fucking nightmare. I'm triggered.
Oh my God,
I had to buy that paint, and then Samantha, I had a show at 8, and Samantha came home. And, you know,
what did Samantha do?
She was tasked with getting the apartment ready for the paint. Yeah. You're
acting like that's a small task.
No, but
you're acting like it didn't take me like 6 hours.
Yes,
because we have, you know, one thing about us, we're blessed.
Yes, we are blessed.
We have a pretty large apartment.
Yes.
And so I was tasked with this is part where we're sitting is part of our living room. So where we were before, we used to film like over here.
Yeah.
And we had to get everything together.
Question.
Do I want to know the answer?
Question.
What?
Who delegated the tasks?
I didn't delegate anything. I thought you were going to come home and help me with the stuff.
You said if you get the paint, I'll do the stuff.
When the fuck did I say that?
I have the message.
I was going to do majority of the stuff, but then because I knew you had a show, and then I thought you were going to come home and help me with the rest because there's no way I could have done this all on my own. Actually, there was because I did. So JC has a show at 8. He goes to do the thing.
You said if you get the paint, I'll handle the rest. I have the message.
JC.
I have the message.
Oh my God.
I should have come home earlier.
Yeah. So he leaves and I'm like, okay, I have to do everything. It's not just our living room that was getting painted, it was also our kitchen.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of kitchen stuff.
Yes, you do.
So then it was like, you know, you have to put everything in one room in the center and like it has to be, it's just, it's a lot of work and there's a lot of furniture.
Yeah.
And then I also didn't want to like move things and not like dust and stuff because then the dust gets stuck to the walls when they're painting.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of stuff. And the thing is that I would have done it days in advance, but there was no time that week to do everything.
Yeah, we had no time.
We had literally had no time, so I had to do it all the night before.
Yeah.
And then like 2 days before, like when you're flying back from LA, he's like, "Oh, Armani's having like a friends and family thing," and I was like, "There's literally no way I'm gonna be able to go." I wanted to go so bad, and I was like, "There's no way," because that's the only day
we have to get ready.
We have to get ready because they're coming on Thursday. Yeah. So, and then I was like, and I said in that text message, "I'm gonna need your help."
Yeah.
And so then JC does a show and then pissed me off because I think my thing is like I'm not a jealous person, right? So like if you don't answer my text message, I don't think you're cheating on me. I just think that you're dead.
Oh yeah. If I would have answered that text, which I usually do every time, if I would have answered that message, I feel like then I would have been a little.
No, it wouldn't have because I wasn't okay. So JC leaves to go to his show and he rides a bike there.
Yeah.
And then usually JC tells me like got here. Then he'll do like his host set and then tell me how the crowd is.
Yeah.
So I'm like cleaning. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I haven't checked my phone.
Yeah.
So I grab my phone. It's like 8:30 and I haven't heard from him at all. So I'm like, oh, I start picturing him like dead on the floor on First Avenue. And I'm not, I know it sounds funny, but that's just the way that my brain works. So I'm like, I see him like dead with a fucking like next gen bike on top of him. So I'm like texting him like, hey, are you okay? Yeah. Doesn't answer.
I'm just in the green room.
So I'm texting him like a psycho.
Yeah, you were.
Like a million times. I'm like, are you okay? And then I'm like, hey, if you don't answer me by 9, I'm gonna call you because I'm worried. Yeah. He doesn't answer me. It's 9 o'clock. I call him. He doesn't answer the phone.
Because you're calling and I'm getting ready to go on stage to bring the next meeting. I'm like, what the fuck is she calling me for? But I didn't.
So you were seeing my text messages come in. You just weren't reading them.
No, wrong.
Got it.
Wrong. That's actually, if you would take a second and just listen, you would know that. I saw it on my watch. Right, my phone was in do not disturb, so I'm just seeing the call on my watch. I'm like, why is she calling me? She knows I'm hosting right now. But then when I went back, I realized, I didn't answer any of the previous text messages.
Thought he was
what
dead.
happened was Victor came to the stand.
Yeah, shout out Victor.
Shout out Victor Mulaney. He came to the stand. We hung out in the green room. We met another comic from Australia. His name was Amos. Not Amos Gill.
Fuck Amos. I don't care about him.
I know. You don't like Amos. You don't like famous Amos. You don't like anything anymore. But we were in the green room. We were having a nice little chit. We had a nice little chit chat.
A chit chat.
And I just completely did not regard my phone. And that was my mistake. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And once
so
I read
then I thought he was dead. And then he ended up texting me and it was fine. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to go to like Armani's thing. And I was like, okay. Also, mind you, before he leaves, he takes a show. He's like, I'm gonna probably meet with my homies after. And then I was like, okay, but don't come back too late because, mind you, this is day after Thanksgiving, day after Halloween. I'm on 4 hours of sleep, so I'm like, okay, just don't be too long because like I do want to go to bed and we only have like one key to enter the building. Yeah. So I was like, and he didn't have it with him because I had to walk Monroe. Yeah. So I was like, okay, don't be too long because I want to go to sleep. And I was like, and also I'm doing this stuff in the house. Yeah. And he leaves, and then he goes to Armani's thing, which I would normally never have a problem with. Of course not. And then it's like 11:30, and I'm like, "Where the fuck are you?" Like, my back is hurting. I'm like, I have like a fucking focus music on, like trying to keep me focused. I'm my body was like hurting. I was exhausted. Like I'm moving the couch, moving everything in the middle of the room. I'm cleaning the kitchen. I'm like, this is like a lot of work. And mind you, I'm telling him the entire time, this is a lot more work than I thought it was gonna be. Like I'm exhausted. Yeah. And you're just like, damn, babe, I'll help when I get home. So 11:30, I'm like, hey, are you gonna come? He's like, yeah, I'll be home by midnight. And I was like, forget it. I don't know what help you thought you were gonna give me at midnight.
Yeah. So then I just left, and then it's funny because I got there late, and then it was, you leaving already? Damn, Sam's got you like that. You leaving? I'm like, yeah. And then like it's funny, Ashley, Danny's wife, was like, how are you gonna come in last and leave first? I'm like, because I have a girlfriend who just won't put up my shit. And then I just left, and I left immediately. But I was wrong.
Now you make me sound like I'm a horrible person.
You're not. I was just like, she won't put up my shit. I'm not supposed to be out this late, and that's just what it is. I was out later than I was supposed to be out.
Could not give two shits if you were out on any other night.
I'm not saying it like, I'm just saying the fact of the matter is I'm out later on this night than I'm supposed to be out because we have shit to do. Yeah. So I left. Yeah. I left as soon as, I pushed it, and then I was quickly reminded that no. And then I left. Yeah. And I didn't have a problem with it. Yeah.
Then I got home and then he had to get the cold shoulder.
Yeah, big cold shoulder, freezing shoulder, ice cold. And we got the apartment ready. I helped at we got the TV off finally. It took a lot.
Yeah, then I go
Samantha. Then
I go to take the paint out of his bag and I realized he just got, I asked him for a half gallon of paint, got me a quart,
which is half of a half gallon, which is 1/4 of a gallon.
So I pull it out, I'm like, and then I'm already pissed and I'm like, oh. And you're stupid. And you can't listen to instructions.
When I asked for exactly what she told me
I didn't say he was stupid.
And then, then she woke up and we still hadn't hashed it out. Went to work. The guys came over to start painting. And, they were like, this is not enough paint. Yeah. So I had to go back to Home Depot.
Drop off the dog at my mother's. God,
because I couldn't leave Monroe here. Monroe was fucking...
Just wants to be friends with everybody.
Little slut would have fucking ended up navy blue if I would have left her in this fucking place. So I had to take the dog to mother's house, and then I had to go to Home Depot, drop another fucking bag, another $150. Yeah. And then get 100 the beans. Yeah. So I spent a pretty penny, and then I had to bring that back to the crib, So I contributed. I did a lot of things.
No, you did a lot of things. That was fine. I was super happy that you did that. Yeah. But you have a sneaker on your Apple Watch.
This is what it is.
It's just what it is. But then, really, the cure to a bad mood is really just coming home to the house being painted.
Yeah, bro, man.
I came home and I was like, oh, I feel so good.
A lot of people.
What a relief.
A lot of people want immigrants out of this country.
I know, and I'm gonna need them to paint my apartment.
And you know what? Those fucking people. Yeah. Got this shit done so fast. They just know what they're doing. So fast.
Do you know how long it took me to paint this living room by myself? They
started at 10. They were done by 2:15, 2:30.
Yeah.
Crazy. They painted both rooms.
Yeah.
And the ceilings.
When I painted this living room, I started at about 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And I finished at about 12 a.m.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Because I'm like, I stink at this.
Yeah, painting is just, that's one thing. We haven't even got to the segment yet, but one thing we're going to be putting in a box is manual labor.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm never not paying somebody to do anything.
Oh my God, anything.
Again. Moving, painting,
please.
Fucking, what else?
I want some.
Like hanging shit. Like,
I mean, I'll pay somebody to do my laundry.
Yo, I'm putting manual labor in a box.
I just couldn't be bothered.
If you do a service, you will be compensated.
Yeah, and it's not even because I have a job or anything. Because let me let you know that even if I didn't, I still don't want to do those things.
These things,
it's beneath me.
We are evolved beings.
Yeah,
we pay people to do things.
Yeah,
if we can.
And I will.
Yeah.
And I'll find a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we painted the apartment and it just feels great. And then on Friday I work from home.
Yep.
So we got to build this beautiful table.
Yes, we built a beautiful table. We got our new sign.
And I thought we were gonna we had to build this table, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be a test because we've already been in each other's throats.
Yeah.
And then we tried to build this table, and we actually had a great time doing it.
Yeah, we actually crushed it.
Yeah.
We crushed the table. Of course, it was hard parts.
It was super hard. I got a huge blister on my thumb.
Really disgusting shit. But we fucking made the table. And actually, if anything, it brought us closer together.
It did. It was great. There was like a bunch of parts I was laughing at, you know.
We really put on our warrior spirits, and we had a good time.
We got it. I thought that was going to break us.
I did too.
And yeah, I was just in a great. Once it was painted, we've been living in filth, as you guys know. You've heard about it.
You've seen it on the walls.
You've seen it on the walls, and we just have come through. Yeah. And now I just feel great. But one thing about us is our TV is hanging by a thread.
Yeah. Samantha's father, if you ever listen to this, come help.
Yeah. Dad?
If you're a big strapping man,
Puerto Rican man, we need to.
If you just know how to do stuff, so Dad, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
If you're just a man and you know how to put things on walls, just contact us.
Yeah, I had a TV mount that we kept on the wall, but
shit, we
didn't know what we were doing, and we kind of pulled it out a little bit.
Yeah,
and we still hung the TV, and it's still hanging.
As we speak, it's just getting closer and closer to falling and causing a relationship-ending argument.
No.
Yeah.
But my dad is coming in the first week of December, so we're gonna need you.
And he will be put to work.
Yeah. We got some things we got to put on the wall.
Like the Latin kid he is. Get that fucking Puerto Rock on the wall.
This will be hung up on the wall at some point.
Yeah.
It came with some screws, but couldn't be bothered. We're gonna put some command strips on it.
This thing came with some screws, but it didn't know that we already got screws and they're loose. And that's just what it is. So it was a long fucking weekend. The apartment is fully ready.
Yeah.
Everything that we need, we got. We're like a dresser away from being fully renovated. It looks great. We're excited to have this new setup for you guys. Also, let us know what you guys think about the new setup.
Yes,
we got
new chairs, new
table. If you got suggestions, we'll take them, but we probably won't listen to them because we spent too much time.
Too much money. We can't go back to the couch.
And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is just way better on our backs.
Yeah, honestly. And I just watch these podcasts, and I'm like, I look disgusting because my posture stinks.
Yeah.
So like, I get to have a back, and it feels nice.
So let us know what you think about it.
Let us know and if you hate it, don't let us know what you think.
Yeah, just tell us good things.
Can't afford it.
Our relationship can't withstand it.
No, we're actually
one more thing of constructive criticism will bring us down.
No, we're in a great space.
No, we're doing great. Yesterday we had our great day, and this is just one thing about we, but we knew this was gonna happen. We just had so much we wanted to talk about. We'll come back with segments next week. But man, our big highlight of our last probably month is we fucking got the soft launch live show New York Comedy Festival edition. Sold the fuck out. Hold up. That's what it sounded like. Fucking sold the fuck out at the stand. Yeah. We fucking crushed it. 50 tickets, sold them all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that came through.
Such a good time.
Whether you were a podcast listener before or we met a couple people that just read our description in the New York Comedy Festival.
Shout out ChatGPT.
Shout out ChatGPT for helping us write that description. And then shout out to Maha and her family came through and fucking showed love. Shout out to my dad, who's actually one of the biggest ticket draws in New York City.
In New York City. One thing about JC, sometimes he has a little attitude. I'm like, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're fucking the bag up.
Yeah.
So shout out to my pops. Dad, if you see this, send me a bag of money, the emoji, and maybe a real one if you want. But shout out to my dad.
We need it. We're suffering. This living room costs us a little bit of money.
My dad fucking bought like 15 of his homies.
Yeah.
Mad cool. Shout out to the twins and everybody that came through. Shout out to James and his wife that came through again for the second straight show. James is Gabe's friend that comes to our shows now. We had a fucking great time. Shout out Julio Diaz murdered, Nico Carney murdered. Yeah, Gio JJ Perez, happy belated birthday, he murdered. And JJ Matisse, you know how she gets down for
crazy.
So we had a blast. We did like 15 up top and like 10 in between each comic.
It was so much fun.
Clips coming soon. They might be low quality because they were off my phone from outside of a window. Yeah. But you know, we can't wait to post content from those shows. It was a fucking blast.
Yeah, and you guys we do it every month, and it's like if you like the pod, you're gonna love it because we're just talking shit.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun. We do questions and stuff.
Also, if you notice, we're missing the little knit, the crochet of our rocket. Amanda and Julio, we left the rocket at the stand.
They have it
because we bring it to every show.
We do.
They have it. It's safe. It will be with us next week.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for everything. But yeah, that shit was a blast. We don't have a date for our December one yet.
Not yet, but we will.
But we will, and we can't wait to see you guys there because we are on some different shit nowadays.
We are on some different shit.
We're in tune with each other. We're banter is quick.
Yes.
We're off the top with the shit. And the submissions were fucking
amazing,
incredible. We actually have a bunch that we didn't get to.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing those on the next episode. And remember, we always got a link live in our bio, in our description, where you guys can submit any anonymous confession or question for us to discuss or advice for you guys to get. You know, you really can. It's in your hands. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want it to be anonymous, just leave a comment. We'll fucking talk about it next episode. We'll talk about it then too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we just had such a blast at the New York Comedy Festival.
Such a good time.
And then, you know, on top of that, man, one thing about Samantha and I can't wait until we get a little bit more notoriety, more established, because fucking doing a 5 o'clock show, we open the stand and we close the stand.
We did.
Once a month. Which is fucking crazy.
It's wild.
For us to double host at 5 p.m. and then come back and shut down to midnight.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
The most tired I've been in a long time was last night. My body, like we both were just like complaining the whole end that we were walking. I'm like, my knees.
Bro, we walked so much yesterday. Yeah. Friday, Samantha had 3 spots and I didn't have any, so I just was rolling around with her. And then yesterday, we had the 2 shows that we do together. And then I had 3 spots in the middle of those. So I did those. So I had 5 yesterday. She had 3 the day before. You got 2 tonight. I got 2 tonight. Yeah. We've just been fucking grinding, and I can't wait to be one of those old people be like, nah, y'all don't know about back in the day. Back in the day, we had to walk 23rd down the 4th back up to 17th. Back in my day, there wasn't no hoverboards. It was just city bikes.
Yeah, sometimes you can't afford the electric ones.
Back in my day, sometimes there was no gray city bikes, and the bike you got didn't have no bell on it. So you just had to scream at people like a crazy person now.
That's you all the time.
All the time. Yelled at the old lady yesterday. That's how I warm up, man. Hey, if you're walking, she was walking in the bike lane the wrong way.
JC
and I was like, hey, miss, maybe you want to be on the sidewalk. She's like, I got it. I'm like, I don't think you do. And I hope she got on the fucking sidewalk.
She didn't.
Crazy bitch, man.
It was wild. She was like 90 years old. It was wild.
Get on the fucking sidewalk, nut job.
But yeah, the show was great yesterday. Just a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, it was a blast. And if you weren't able to come to Soft Launch or Midnight Fresh on Saturday for the New York Comedy Festival, we have great news. We got one more New York Comedy Festival show on the next upcoming Friday. So you're going to hear this on Wednesday. It comes out Friday. I don't know the exact date. I think it's the 10th.
I'll look right now.
I'm pretty sure it's the 10th. It's going to be November 10th. At midnight, Friday night at the Stand, Midnight Fresh. I will be hosting.
Yes,
Samantha will be doing a spot like she always does. And it's going to be a fucking blast. We had like 35 people at this one. And that was like kind of short notice show. And this one, we're going to fully promote it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Promo code SOFRESH will be in my bio for $5 tickets. That's all you get. And we're going to have some amazing comedians come through and rip it.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
A good little end to the festival for us. And then also on that Sunday, I have Street Talk with Max, 9 o'clock downstairs.
Also going to be a movie because I think they're also going to do a little party, a little end of New York Comedy Festival party
after. Fest party. And then after that, we're going to be in Aruba. Fucking, and so is this going to be the only episode that we record with the new setup? No, we're probably going to record on Sunday.
No, we'll record next week. And then we're going to record an episode in Aruba too.
We're going to get y'all a bonus episode.
Yeah, we will get a bonus episode going just because.
Just because.
Yeah, and I just think it'll be fun. You'll see where we're staying, and it'll be a really cool thing.
It's going to be mad fun. But that's what's been happening in our life.
Just kind of want to know what you got planned for me in Aruba because it's my birthday.
Yeah, I kind of thought my job was done because I paid for the trip.
I paid for the flights.
Yeah, but that's only because I haven't zelled you yet. But as soon as you said you wanted to do it, I got the B&B, and then, shit was cheap. So I'll do that. Do you want to do something else? What else
It's my fucking birthday.
We'll get you a personal chef. Get you some massages.
Look, you're just throwing everything at me.
Yeah, what do you want, baby?
I went the whole 9. I went the rose petals.
My baby gets what she wants. Check in a couple weeks to see how badly I dropped the ball on this birthday.
No.
Because I thought it would be fun. It's gonna be fun, and we're gonna do something special. I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting. We're out there for Samantha's birthday. And then maybe we'll do a birthday episode.
We
definitely will. Why not? Yeah. If that's what you want to do.
And we'll do it drunk because I plan to be.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Drunk and maybe Samantha will blow some weed into my face and I can act high for everybody. That's always, she loves that. And I feel like that's everything that's been happening in our lives. Yeah, that was like everything. You want to put a couple things in the box? You got anything you want to put in the box before we get the fuck out of here?
I want to put the October in a box.
Oh, October's in a box. What a month.
October was a nightmare. I want to put that in a box.
Yeah, leave that month to Drake. It's Drake's own month and nobody else can succeed.
I know it starts Scorpio season, but kiss my ass. I don't care about October Scorpio except for my mom.
Yeah, Scorpio season Alice. For you, it's going to have to be like a dream where it just starts in the middle.
Yeah. No, it starts November 1st for me.
Yeah.
I also, controversial. I just want to put the Latin comedy scene in a box. Because you don't support everybody. You only support the people that support your little fucking agenda.
Yo.
But Latin people come in all different shapes, sizes, and stories. It's not all the same fucking thing. So you don't want to come for us? That's fine. We'll make our own lane. We don't need you anyway.
Damn. I was feeling I wasn't going to say it, but I feel that same shit too. And it's obviously not the whole scene, but I don't know, man. I feel like because I'm Latin, I feel a little bit, I can be more critical of it. I do hate it. I really hate it. Not the people. The people always on a person-to-person basis are always really nice. And the comics, a lot of them are really funny.
Yeah.
And we got some of the best comics in New York City. But I don't like the way it feels, man.
No.
I don't like the way it feels at all.
No, they don't support people unless it's like what their version of what a consider Latinos, and it's like, hey, we're not a monolith. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So put them in a fucking box.
Yeah, I can't stand that. But I do feel like generally the Latino people that I feel like are really growing in stature are, they're not monolith Latinos. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Ralph Barbosa, shout out to Ralph. Go watch his special, Cowabunga. Ralph Barbosa, he says it all the time. He's a comedian who happens to be Mexican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he lives that. Julio Diaz is fun, and he how loud and
I'm not talking about comics. I'm talking about the people that make the decisions
behind the scenes. Yeah, and it's just we feel like that until y'all show us some fucking love.
Yeah.
Act like we're be happy for us too. It's not like we're doing the brand bad. You know what I'm saying? Like. Oh yeah, that shit is annoying. I hate it. That's what but there's plenty of Latin comics doing their fucking thing. Shout out fucking Julio Diaz.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a shit at that wasn't at Latin comics. That was at the people who
Yeah. While we're here, I just want to shout out a bunch of Latin comics that I know are really funny. Fucking Vladimir Camano, Julio Diaz, Matthew Arevalo,
Gastor Almonte,
Gio Perez. I don't want to say Derek Drescher because he is a different kind of guy.
No,
because he's a convict. That's why I don't respect him, and he's just a stereotype. No, shout out Derek Drescher. Fucking Shadi Diaz, you know what I'm saying? I fucking Shadi Diaz. Trina Alper, whenever she's fucking outside, I love Trina. I fucking love, shout out to Frankie, who's been coming around a lot. Shout out to Frankie. Shout out to Chris Sosa, just doing his thing at the stand. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch. Lance Rivera, I fuck with. Alex Garabano, I fuck with.
Yes.
My fucking shit. Who else do I fuck? I fuck with a
bunch of people. I just can't think of anybody.
Lynette Palladino, I fuck with. Who else? I fuck with a lot of y'all. It's just I feel like the way that our scene is presented is just fucking. I hate it.
Yeah. I don't like it at all.
And even like
Marcelo Hernandez, which doesn't
Marcelo,
even need
I'm jealous of you. Fucking Marcelo, bro. Then even people like Ed Rodriguez, I fuck with.
Yes,
man. It's a lot of really good. Paul Valdez Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? Like all funny people doing their thing. I just hate the Latin umbrella, and I think we should put it in a fucking box.
Yeah, put it in a fucking box.
Should be in a fucking box. Get in the box!
That's what I was talking about.
All of y'all fucking bitches. I'm blurping that out because if they offered me the 15-minute special, I'd take it. But they're never gonna.
They're just never gonna offer it to you.
Yeah, so
it's just what it is.
Yeah, you're right, absolutely right. But you know what I'm saying? Shit is what it is. That's a good. But that shit's got to stay in the box.
Yeah.
Manual labor is in the box.
Oh yeah.
I feel like God put autumn in the box. Autumn doesn't exist.
It doesn't. It's winter. Well, today was autumn.
Today was summer. Today was like 65.
Can you be my summer? Protect me from the rain.
Yeah. So, man, Autumn, shout out to Autumn. Come out of the box.
Yeah.
Free yourself. Liberate yourself.
Oh, my God. Honestly, it's like Autumn is just trying to be something it's not. Stop being winter, babe. We love you.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
What else do we got to put in the box, man?
What else?
Cuz let's put motherfucking goddamn... Let's put...
What?
I don't know, cuz...
You tried to...
No. Let's put... All right, this is going to be super niche. You're not going to understand what I'm saying, but I'm going to just need you to yes and me.
Yep.
You got Julius Randle got to be put in the box. You know,
everybody hates Julius Randle.
He's got to get into a box.
Get him in the box, because what is he even doing? You know, he's fucking up my fantasy football team.
He's a basketball player. Damn it! You're so good. That was so good. I love you. That's really funny.
I had no idea who that is.
You were so close. Oh, that's funny as shit. That is funny as shit. And while we're here...
Damn it, I thought he was like fucking up your football team today.
Well, he's fucking up my basketball team, but fantasy football, put the whole fucking thing in a box.
Yeah.
Just ruining my Sundays. I don't even know why the fuck I play anymore. Fellas, men, let's stop playing fantasy football and just be friends. Let's go to brunch. Fellas, let's go brunching. Yeah. Let's go golfing.
Oh,
let's
cute.
Do something together.
Let's go to batting cages.
Let's go to the fellas, let's go pumpkin picking.
Yeah, let's just watch a Little Housewives.
Fellas, leave your girlfriends at home and let's go drink apple cider from an apple picking situation. Stop with the fantasy football.
Yeah.
Fellas, let's be feminine. Fellas, let's have a slumber party.
Yeah.
Fellas, let's free ourselves from fantasy football. Just stop.
Yeah, I don't get it, but whatever.
I would leave the leagues that I'm in tomorrow if I could guarantee that I would stay friends with all the people in the leagues. But we're just not that strong. If we don't have fantasy football, it might all fall apart.
Yeah, if you didn't have fantasy football and 16 different group chats,
yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, I'm there because I love my friends.
Well, I mean,
if we're not in this
group chats,
I know, but they might kick me out if I leave the league.
Oh,
fellas, let's go shopping. Let's go shopping, fellas. Fellas, let's go do a hot yoga class.
Do a meditation class.
Fellas, let's go take a sound bath. Fellas, let's go realign our chakras. Fucking shit, fellas. Let's get
our solar plexus in order.
Yeah, let's get some Birkenstocks and let's go on a picnic.
Yeah, let's take a cooking class.
Oh my God, fellas, let's have an aesthetic brunch.
Yeah, let's get some facials.
Oh my God, fellas. Fucking shit, fellas. Let's do it. Let's have an aesthetic brunch. Let's fucking get together and take pictures of each other.
Yeah,
for no reason, fellas. What else do fucking women do that's fucking stupid?
That's but just the best.
Anything's better than fantasy football. Let's stop.
Yeah.
Man. Let's just
hang out and be passive aggressive towards each other.
Yeah. Fellas, let's just tell each other that, oh, that's the outfit you came out in? Let's just do that.
Yeah, let's just go on a vacation and come back not friends.
Oh my God, yes! Fellas, let's have a bachelorette. Fuck. Fellas, let's start a book club. You know what's funny? Me and my homies tried to start a book club. Our first book that we tried to read was Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, the Nike guy, and we couldn't get through a fucking chapter.
Yeah.
And
you're not supposed to read together.
I know, but we left an assignment, like, y'all gotta go read the book and then we'll come back and do it. Yeah. And it's just a joke.
My family has a group chat. All the ladies in my family do a group chat. What? A book club. And I was only there for the food. And then I just stopped going because I was like, I'm not reading these books and I don't care.
I know. I
don't have the time.
Fellas, let's crochet.
Fellas, let's crochet rocket ships.
Yeah, and give them all to JC.
Yeah.
Fellas, just no more fantasy football. Get fantasy football in the box.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, please.
I'm stressed out right now.
It's so
the first thing that I'm going to do when this pod is over and go check my scores, and I'm losing in all three.
It's the first thing he did when he woke up this morning. Like, we're talking, and then he's like, fuck. I'm like, what?
I didn't know Travis Kelce was playing already. He had a shit game.
Oh, he must be in an argument with the Swift.
Yeah, she wasn't there. He does better when she's there.
That's his woman. And he's going to stick beside her.
Yeah, he's going to stick beside. I need her to stick beside him. Give me these points.
I am excited to see what song she writes about him.
Yeah, they're not going to work.
Of course not.
Taylor Swift, successful artist, great artist, generational artist. Never going to find happiness in love.
No, I don't think you can have it all in that sense. Unless you're Beyonce.
That's her crucible.
Yeah. No, maybe she will, but I don't think it's going to be I just don't think it's going to be Travis Kelce.
No. Why not, though?
I don't know.
Me neither. I don't know anything.
I think it's too much.
What kind of guy do you think Taylor Swift ends up with?
Hold A white guy.
Yeah, of course.
But maybe like a rich, like a rich guy that's like yeah, like maybe he's just like a businessman.
Maybe above it.
Yeah, he's just like a businessman. You know, like when yeah. Like Eve, like she's married to like a billionaire.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Like I think he's a Eve with the
rapper.
Yeah, Eve. Yeah, she's with a billionaire. I think she married him. Coming from Stevie J.
Good for her.
Yeah. So like I think that maybe that's what Taylor Swift will need, to somebody that's like out of the limelight. No one actually cares to follow them around because it's like, who is this guy?
Let's get her with a poor guy. Fucking uplift her. Uplift somebody from.
No, I feel like anytime any of these women start dating poor guys, it's always a cop.
Get me Taylor Swift and Kevin Federline. Draw it up. Fuck it. Don't cap. I mean, y'all care.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's all I got.
That's all we got. Yeah.
That's all I got for the box, and that's all we got for this episode.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for coming to episode 23 of Soft Launch. Our Michael Jordan episode, first episode in the new setup. Let us know what you guys think.
Yes. Tell us good things, honestly.
Tell us good things. Like, subscribe, comment in the YouTube. That drives us up in the algorithm. When y'all comment, and we love going back and forth. We love going back and forth. So drop a comment. Thank y'all so much for listening. I have been JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
And we are the Softies, and we will be back next week.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye.